Today on Uncommonly Good MTG, we are playing a mono black discard deck featuring SHOLDRED, the unnamed, the unadorned with extra stuff on it there. Just SHOLDRED, like Cher and Beyonce. Have you been rated by Wizards of the Coast yet? If not, you will be. Stay tuned to find out more. Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I am your host, voted in high school as being most likely to wake up being covered in somebody else's blood, Dr. Yukon SuckIt. Yes, thank you. Filmed before our live studio audience. Thank you so much. Yukon SuckIt. Word to your mama. So I'm broadcasting to you today from my secret underground headquarters, and I'm bringing to you a deck of my own creation called, well, it's just discard. Mono black discard, aka SHOLDRED discard. So what the point was is that I like SHOLDRED. I like SHOLDRED a lot. I think she likes me back. But the problem with SHOLDRED is that she refuses to do anything cool until your opponent has at least 8 or more cards in the graveyard. And man, so I said, what am I going to do about that? Well, how am I going to get her to actually do those things that I like her to do so well? I said, I'm going to play discard. I'm going to just force people to put stuff into the graveyard as quickly as possible. So that way, at 5 mana, I can throw SHOLDRED out, and then the next turn, I can play her super ability, and then eventually we're going to get every creature back onto the battlefield under our control, and then we're going to kick some butt. So that's what we're going to do, right? At SHOLDRED. So what I did is I went and got one of my old discard decks, and we started tinkering with it. And it turned out that I did a pretty good job of discard, but then if I didn't get to SHOLDRED, I really didn't do much of anything. So I started putting a little bit more muscle in there. We got the Shakedown Heavy in there, Archfiend of Dross. I think we had Archfiend in there before. Yeah, so anyways, we started cut back on the discard a little bit so we could be a little bit more control-y, a little bit more punch people in the face. But ultimately, it's all about getting enough into a graveyard so SHOLDRED can come out and start being a real pain in the butt. All right, so really quickly, let's go through the cards in this deck, and we'll go out and crush some hopes and dreams. We got a pretty decent attacker on turn 3, while also getting rid of a card out of somebody's hand. This will keep your creatures alive when it's not expected for that to happen. This will get rid of a card or force them to sacrifice an enchantment. It's surprising how useful that other ability is. Kills a non-artifact creature, kills a creature, forces them to discard 2 cards. Here's a red. Now, we have a number of cards that actually do require 1 extra color. Where is it coming from? Because it's not over there. It's Celestus. Celestus could give you 1 of any color, so that's where that red will come out if it just happens to work out. I really don't care. I like the discard ability all by itself. Shakedown Heavy will most likely get you a card every turn because nobody wants to take 6 points of damage. Let's see. Liliana just likes to kill things. She can become a discard engine. You got to watch out because she goes after your hand as well. Path of Peril will flush the board of little tiny dudes. Just tons of tokens. Takes them out like it's nothing. And if you happen to have a white, like from a Celestus, you can take out everything. Archfiend of Dross is the kind of muscle that'll win you games in case. And then as long as you can keep other people out of their cards, there's nothing you can do about them. They'll just go in there and kills them. SHOLDRED is what this game's all about. We talked about it already. When she comes into play, your opponent has to sacrifice a non-token creature planeswalker. When you turn it into a saga, for each opponent has you to get to destroy up to 1 target creature or planeswalker. Then they end up milling, and then you take all creatures from all graveyards and put them into the battlefield under your control. And you get her back again, where they have to sacrifice a creature or planeswalker again. She's just death incarnate. Death, 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 death. Invoke Despair is a great way of forcing people to get rid of a lot of their stuff. Everything they don't have to get rid of, they lose 2 life and you draw a card. It's fantastic. Mishra's Foundry is it's a man land. It's probably the best man land out there right now. At the end of you can turn him into a creature, it can attack, and then it comes back to being a land again. There's so many things that can't do anything to the lands, so he's like a protected creature that you got. All right, so that's it. What are we going to do? We're going to force people to discard. We're going to kill their creatures, and eventually we're just going to do awful things to them with our big guys. Is this enough to hold together? We shall find out. But first, let's say our prayers. Dear Black King Toxroll, who lives in the dark chambers of my heart, please hear my prayers and give your blessing as we attempt to crush our enemies, see them driven before us, and to hear the lamentation of the women. All right, I'm playing against ATAP. ATAP. It's an ATAP walker. 3 mana. That's everything we need to play. We got in our hand. Keep. Looks awfully bantish. So far we're showing Simic colors. It looks very Simic too. All right, Liliana the hell out of them, maybe? I think you're giving up on the generous visitors, what I think you're doing. Got to keep it up. I'm just going to pass off that Liliana. Put in the younger, much more attractive one. Well, this is rough. I don't think we're going to be able to grind him out. Oh, we just did. Congratulations, everybody. You did a good job. Let's go after his hand and give ourselves something to attack with for a second. All right, let's get Liliana pumped up. And we win. Suck it, suckerfish. Suck it. All right, playing against PepeOtaKSDQ. PepeOta. Keep. KSDQ, your favorite radio station for classical music. There he is. All right, let's go after his hand. And hate. All right, that'll get him some stuff that he wants. How much more hand hate do I have? Let's just go after the Spirited Companion. All right, number 3. Let's go after 2 cards now. What's going to give up? Good stuff or lands? That just makes it even more. You value those guys over everything else you got going on. There you go. What's he left with? Okay, so if I put out Liliana. I can just start forcing him to do stuff. Because I like my cards too much is the problem. Liliana's kind of a... She makes me cut my own throat is the problem. All right, 4. God, I really want to get rid of what I got. Oh, yeah, give up something there. I'm really hoping I pull another mana on the next turn. That's the result coming back to at this point. Alright, don't get a mana. I don't want you to put that Planeswalker out yet. And you will. And here she comes. And then you're going to put out a Samurai. Yeah, I need that 5th mana. Whiff. He's just going after Liliana. Alright, perfect. Now I get everything back. Yeah, I don't care. You can just be the chewer-upper at this point. Well, he's only got 7 in the graveyard. That sucks. If I can force it, let's just do that. Okay, well, I got it in my graveyard. That's a problem. Well, that's only have 6 in there? Well, that's crazy. Well, then we win. We win anyway. All right, Pepe, there you go. Victory! I played against Gappy is happy. If your name rhymes, I guess that's all that matters. Keep! I wonder if we'll be seeing David S. Pumpkins at some point. On red again. There's a nice little blocker. Ooh, he's not playing mono red. All right, my friend. You know what your job is. Give me cards and provide a decent defense. Let's go in. You let it happen. Nice. Easy Shakedown Heavy. Alright, so now we can start forcing some killing. Put Celestus out, we can start doing Sheoldred. That'd be really super cool. Alright, let's go ahead and take it in for 12. You can draw some cards here. Nope, they're going to take 12. They're going to block. You're going to jump. Wow. Yeah, they're all dead. Oh, I could have kept it alive with Undying Malice. That would have been just like spitting in his eye. Actually, Undying Malice is really for Sheoldred. I'm sorry, it's for Sheoldred, so Liliana, you gotta bite it. Alright, let's just go be a jerk. Here we go. Walk! And Invoke Despair was just too good. You gonna take it? I don't think you are. Unless you're just gonna give up the game. Oh, you're gonna Wandering Emperor me. The devil! I kind of like that one. I don't think you got what it takes to get rid of Sheoldred, so we're going to put her out. Gotta get rid of a non-token there. Oh, sweet googly moogly. Oh, I am very upset right now. Yeah, that's fine, man. Whatevs. There we go. Gotta pop it. Mark it with a B. Take out the Wandering Emperor. Leave him in dire straits. Yes! Yeah, here, get your spite in. Everything I don't need, I can't keep anything alive. He's still alive. Undying Malice isn't going to help me out. Hey, let's go. Alright, Gappy's not so happy anymore. Victory! Alright, played against SnackDragon. Snack. Dragon. Keep. 2-3. That's this. Weird the way that thing's smoking. It's just coming from me. Is that the deal? Well, hello there. There you go, Rainbow Butt. Like those moves. I'm going after your hand. Let's see what we're playing against here. Alright, you know what I really don't want is to go against that guy. That guy's a jerk. Now let's see what we got going on. Bunch of mana guys. Need a Celestus if I want to destroy all creatures. Topiary Stomper's not going to get taken out with Path of Peril. unkicked. Uncleaved. Alright, one more. And we can lay down the smack. I got what you asked for. Smack. That's both of them, potentially, if you don't give up this guy. There we go. Alright, let's play Sheoldred. Then what do you think? Sheoldred again? Yeah, well, I can't, because if I do that, it won't take out the other. If it's this guy, there we go. We pull back. Bunch of cool stuff. More Traxa. Oh, he doesn't have 8 in the graveyard yet. He's only got 6. What can I do about that? Alright, 7 and 8. Nice. Next turn. I'll tell you, we'll go to Concealing Curtains. I'll attack? Sure. You put out another Traxa. And we win. Suck it, suckerfish. Suck it. All right, we're playing against matheushrp. matheushrp. Keep. I like 4 mana, and I cannot deny. There we go. What a weird looking bear. Alright, we'll go for the throat on somebody else's throat on the next turn. And we're good. There we go. In the face. Rending Flame. Nice. Okay, this guy's a super jerk. Let's just get rid of him. Well, he could take out a Sheoldred. That's not cool. He's just going to start laying that stuff down, though. Let's go for the creature. And then me, too. Yeah, all right. Let's put out this guy. Let's give him something else to point at. You have to do 2 of them, man. You don't got the mana for that. Of course, if I block, you will. Alright, let's wait a little bit until we play anything else. Yeah, I'll just shoot Sheoldred in the head. Take a Path of Peril, take out the Kumanos. He's got another one. All right, we're going to go in for the attack. We're going to go ahead and wipe out what we got out there. Cool. And this game is over. He killed himself. It was an honorable death. Victory! All right, with a 83% win rate, we have Mono Black Discard featuring Sholdred. And it was good. It was a really good deck. You know, once again, it's a discard deck. Some people don't like it. Some people hate mill decks too, but you know, there's decks out there everybody doesn't like. I happen to be a big fan of discard decks. So yeah, this deck was good. It did a good job of softening people up, but we did have what I think it took to be able to finish the game off, which is what's important. You know, basically that's what the Archfiend of Dross does, and then of course Sheoldred is just so fantastic. And that's the whole reason we played this deck tonight, was because I wanted Sheoldred to have plenty of cards in the graveyard, which is 8 or more, so that we have the opponents, so that we can use her abilities just to become a total badass. I'm not even sure if we got to that point. People usually freaked out when that was about to happen. They knew it was going to happen. They were just hoping to get something to work it out. Nope. They usually just gave it up. It's kind of like when you play with the Traxa. Usually Traxa shows up, most people just immediately quit the game. All right, so let's see. Was this deck competitive? You know, I have a hard time believing that it's competitive. It's a discard deck. My years of study in this field as a doctor of magicology has led me to believe that discard decks can't be competitive. But yet, this deck has an 83% win rate. It is a very good deck, at least for casual play. It's definitely going to win you some games there, right? I took it onto the ladder. I played once. It did a very good job against the guy I played there, whatever that was. All right, so I'm going to say yes, competitive deck. Number 2, was it fun? I did enjoy it. I mean, I was focused a lot on killing their hand, and that always feels good. You know what's funny is that I put Undying Malice in here because I needed something to protect my creatures. Like the worst thing that happens is Sheoldred comes out and then you don't have anything to keep it alive. Well, with Mono Black, you can't keep anything alive. But you can return it from the graveyard pretty quickly. And yet I could never remember to do this. Could never remember to do it. So hopefully you'll do a better job of remembering than I did. Also, I was looking at Shakedown Heavy, and you know, I think he's a great card. He gets you pretty much cards all the time. Problem is that it's not guaranteed. Plus, you know, he's kind of slow and everything, and they could just let it go through. I'm beginning to think that potentially Bank Buster is a better card than Shakedown Heavy. So it'd be interesting to play that one out. Fun, yeah. So that's the thing. The thing is that Shakedown Heavy hasn't been played as much as Bank Buster, probably because Bank Buster is probably better. But it was fun having Shakedown Heavy in there. I had fun because of Sheoldred and Invoke Despair. It was good. The other one, I really love Aggressive Sabotage, because when you really want to make somebody discard, the best thing is forcing them to discard 2 cards in a turn. SuckIt! That is so incredible. That's what's so good about Invoke Despair, right? If they can't sacrifice their thing, then, oh, you draw a card. Never mind. I always think that they have to discard. I know there's some sort of card action going on, but yeah, it's yourself drawing cards, which is good too. All right. So lastly, was this deck interesting? I can tell you it was interesting building it out because I know there were times where I felt like I was doing a good job of taking their hand out, but at a certain point, yeah, they got nothing. They're playing from the top of their deck, but they're still winning because at least they're doing something. So that's why I ended up putting in like Shakedown Heavy. I made sure we had Concealing Curtains. I had a little bit more creature kill, I think. I tried to make sure we had that going on. SHOLDREDs and Archfiend of the Dross. I wanted to make sure we had some way in Mishra's Foundry to cause damage. So trying to get that balance right of both discard and then so we can get SHOLDRED's action going, but also being able to just do some old-fashioned creature damage, especially when they just can't field anything because you're forcing them to get rid of their great cards. Yeah, man, that was an interesting build. Interesting play. It's not I don't know, like Simic. It's not, is it? There's not a lot of, well, anything that has blue in it, I guess, is what your deal is. We're attempting to really get the synergy of the cards going. This stuff is pretty basic, and so I'm going to tone down the interesting level on it a little bit. Mostly, I was just interested to see if I can get Sheoldred to top off. That's what I was interested in. So it totally met my particular needs, yet I wouldn't say this is particularly a brainy, interesting deck. All right, so let's add that all up. Competitive, yes. Fun, if you enjoy discard, totally. Interesting, eh. So I'm going to give it a straight A. I'm going to give it an A for a deck, which means it's a really good deck for just playing and having a good time. If you decide to play with this deck, I hope that you have as much fun as I did. That is all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. In the words of my people, shine on, you crazy diamonds. Later.